And Cheney was behind it. And so was Benny Thompson and everybody on that committee. For what they did, honestly, they should go to jail.
So you think Liz Cheney should go to jail?
For what they did.
Everyone on the committee, you think?
I think everybody anybody that voted in favor.
Are you going to direct your FBI director and your attorney general to send them to jail?
No, not at all. I think that they'll have to look at that, but I'm going to focus on drill baby.
Trump just gave his first big interview to NBC News since becoming president, and it was definitely one to watch. Kristen Welker led the discussion, focusing a lot on concerns about whether Trump might use the DOJ and FBI to go after his political rivals, like Liz Cheney and Joe Biden. Trump made it clear he's leaving those decisions to independent figures, naming Kash Patel and Pam Bondi. He emphasized that if investigations find anything criminal, the process should play out fairly. However, he didn't hold back on his opinion, saying he personally thinks Liz Cheney should be in jail. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's dive into what this all means and what could happen next.
If they think that somebody was dishonest or crooked or a corrupt politician, I think he probably has an obligation to do it. But
are you going to direct him to do it?
No, not at all. Not at all. We have two great people there. We have him and we have Pam. And Pam Bondi has been like a rocket ship. She's very popular and very good and very fair. And Kash Patel is very fair. I'll tell you, I thought Kash may be difficult because he's, a strong conservative voice. And I don't know of anybody that's not singing his praises. The other day I was watching, and Trey Gowdy, who's a moderate person and very smart and very respected in the party, he's Kash's biggest fan. He said, this is the most misunderstood man in politics. He's great. I guess they worked together on the Russia hoax or something.
Kristen Welker kept circling back to the same question throughout the interview, repeatedly pressing Trump on whether he would pursue action against Joe Biden and other Democrats for alleged wrongdoings. It seems like this is where the mainstream media wants to keep the spotlight on whether Democrats will face consequences. What stood out in Trump's response was his emphasis on priorities. He made it clear that his focus isn't on personal payback against Biden or the Democrats for the past. It's on working to improve the country and the lives of everyday Americans. In his words, the best way to respond is by delivering real results for the people. Check out this part of the interview and see how he handled the question.
Go after Joe Biden?
I'm really looking to make our country successful. I'm not looking to go back into the past. I'm looking to make our country successful. Retribution will be through success. If we can make this country successful, that would be that would be such a great achievement. Bring it back. We have a country now that's overridden with crime, that has millions of people that shouldn't be here, that should be in prisons in other countries, that should be in mental institutions. We have drug lords being dropped into our country and told never go back to their country. I'm looking to make our country great. I'm looking to bring prices down because, I won on two things, the border and more than immigration. They like to say immigration. I break it down more to the border, but I won on the border and I won on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, who uses the word? I started using the word, the groceries. When you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs, they would double and triple the price over a short period of time. And I won an election based on that. We're going to bring those prices way down.
I want to pause here.
Trump made it clear that he's not giving in to what some in the media seem to want. A direct statement promising that certain individuals won't face legal scrutiny. Instead, he took a balanced approach, saying he won't interfere or direct anyone to pursue charges. But if his team does act, it will be based on evidence of actual crimes, not personal vendettas. He emphasized that if investigations reveal solid proof of wrongdoing, whether it involves figures like Liz Cheney, Adam Schiff, or even Joe Biden, justice should follow its course. For example, he mentioned concerns about Biden's potential involvement in Hunter Biden's overseas dealings, implying that accountability should apply universally, no exceptions. Trump also pointed out the double standards in how legal cases are viewed. He reminded us that when he was indicted, the argument was that a grand jury decision validated the charges. By that logic, if any indictments arise under a fair investigation, the same standards should apply, without complaints or cries of weaponization. What stood out most was Trump's assurance that his focus remains on improving the country, not revenge. While accountability is important, he stressed that justice should be driven by evidence, not politics. Trump repeatedly highlighted his goal to unite and rebuild the nation, even as the media tries to frame the narrative around division. In the end, his message was straightforward. Justice should be fair and impartial, and no one, not even Democrats, should be above the law. It's about restoring accountability while staying focused on moving the country forward.
Sir, I don't have to tell you this because you've talked about it. It comes at a time when the country is deeply divided. And now you're going to be leading this country for the next 4 years. For the sake of unifying this country, will you concede the 2020 election and turn the page on that chapter?
No. No. Why would I do that? But let me just tell you, when you say the country is deeply divided, I'm not the president. Joe Biden's the president.
But you're going to be the president.
No. I'm not the president. So when you say it's deeply divided, I agree. But Biden's the president. I'm not. And he has been a divider. And you know where he divided it more than anything else, and it probably backfired on him, I think definitely, is weaponization. When he weaponized the Justice Department and he went after his political opponent, me, he went after his political opponent violently because he knew he couldn't beat him. And I think it really was a bad thing. And it really divided our country.
Sir, Democrats have control of the White House now. They didn't in 2020. If they are going around stealing elections, why
when you
didn't
say
they do it
Democrats
this
have
time?
control now
Of the White House.
Yeah.
So why didn't they steal this election? Since they have more power now.
Because I think it was too big to rig.
So you won't.
Too big to rig.
To the people who say that you're now directing your Justice Department to investigate 2020, and they want to move on.
Very capable.
Is that
I think Pam is going to be great.
Precious resources.
By the way,
is that what you want them to do?
Just so you know, I have the right to do that, but I'm not interested in that.
Oh, you're not. You're not going to do that.
I'm not interested.
Okay.
I have the absolute right. I'm the chief law enforcement officer. You do know that. I'm the president. But I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm interested in? Drilling and getting prices down and stopping people from pouring into our border that come from prisons and mental institutions.
Trump knows how to handle the media, and this interview was no exception. He made it clear that he's not about revenge or political stunts. What he wants is simple, fair, and honest investigations. If Democrats are found to have committed crimes, there should be accountability, just like anyone else. But if there's no solid evidence, then it's a closed case. No drama needed. Trump emphasized that he's stepping back from any DOJ or FBI decisions. His job is to focus on what matters to the American people: fixing the economy, lowering costs, securing the border, and solving the real issues that people deal with every day. He's staying in his lane, letting others handle their responsibilities, and focusing on making life better for everyone. It was also great how he turned the unity question back on the media. They like to pin all the division on Trump, but let's be real. Division didn't start with him. It's been growing since the Obama era, and Biden's administration has only fueled it. Hate and division seem to be a strategy for some, but Trump is focused on solutions, not playing the blame game. At the end of the day, Trump's message is clear. Accountability should be about justice, not politics. And the media? They're nervous. The idea of Democrats facing real consequences is shaking them up. But Trump isn't distracted. His priority is building a better future for the country. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.